So the next Bitcoin altcoin pump, I'm going to show you something that's very, very important. I suggest that you make a note of this, write them down, because I want to show you a lot of charts for you to find altcoins yourself to catch the potential pump. What we've had over the last couple of weeks is a very simple impulse to the upside. We are getting a slow correction into a level of demand and potential push higher. Okay, but I'm going to show you a lot of different indexy sort of chart in terms of how the market is moving, whether it is individual dominance, the Bitcoin dominance, the total market cap in the BTC pair, as well as some other things that you need to be aware of. So if this sort of thing tickles your fancy, leave a like please. If you like my content, subscribe, and hopefully we can find some nice potential runs in the upside. So let me give you a few examples in terms of individual assets. Near protocol, look at this on the weekly, right? For the first time, oh my God, bear with me. There we go. For the first time in a while, we've broken up and beyond levels of structure. That structure now should become level of support, but we're not interested in the individual assets. I want to kind of showcase that you can find a lot of these by just a bit of common sense. Now, if you're aware of this, I'm going to give you a couple of charts. The first one to look out is obviously the Bitcoin dominance. I've mentioned this loads of times. Rule of thumb with this: if this is going bad, if this is going up, it's very bad. If it's going down, it's very, very good. Why? It would indicate the strength of BTC versus your altcoin. Remember, USD pairs, don't really worry about them just yet. You need to be wary of this. Now, for me, I put this up here. It's probably not going to be 20%, by the way, just put that out there. But you get the idea. The higher this goes, the more bullish I will become on altcoins because they will get lower in, let's just say, for example, the BTC pair, right? That's kind of the reasonings. Now, what we're wanting to find here is levels of structure where it's going to potentially find a potential lower high and it's going to start going down. That would indicate that the altcoins are doing something alt season, right? But let's just say the variable of this one isn't great. Why? Because it's fully in an uptrend. So we need this to slow down, but there's other charts I'm going to show you in this video that would give you an idea that where the pump could come from, which is useful. Before we go on though, if you like discounts, if you want to learn technical analysis, if you want to get trades, if you want to get courses, if you want to get all the stuff that I do on a different area, check out these. Please, however, put in the code. If you don't put in the code, you don't get the discount, so be wary. Now, BTC dominance, not the biggest thing I want to worry about today. What I'm more worried about is the likes of the total market cap. I know. This is the entire market. This has broken levels of structure, right? This is one of the most important charts around at the moment. Now, I don't think this is a deviation. I think this could go higher, but I think it could correct first and use this level as a potential springboard to go much higher and correct back up to much higher levels. I want the market to consolidate. So if you're looking for coins, you're going to find that in the USD pairs, a lot of them are going to look like a lot of normal charts where, as I said, they've pushed up and they're going to pull back and then they may well go and break levels of structure. For example, Rose, if it breaks this like 8 cent level, it could really quite fly. Same with Matic, having a big old run today. What's happened? It's broken levels of structure. This is a really interesting break. It's popped up to the upside, right? So what we're looking for is the next potential correction, which is probably on its way, where things are going to pull back into a level of support, which was resistance, which has been holding a lot of these coins back for a very, very long time. So let's look at the nitty gritty. Total market cap, as you can see, starting to break out, starting to change levels of structure, starting to get above the moving averages, and prices looking relatively good. We need to find levels of interest in a lot of these assets where it's going to come and hit levels of support where demand from the bulls are in, because what's happening, the psychology here is important more than anything. People are now missing out. People feel it's going to carry on going. People are looking for that pullback to go, wow, this is a bull market. Now, I want to say this now. I know what I've just said. It might all be just a bit of fluff, bit of smoke and mirrors. It might be absolute bollocks. It might well just be the fact, because what I mentioned in previous videos is the retail liquidity isn't here yet. This could all just be due to futures, but it doesn't stop people making videos. It doesn't stop, the market in terms of the technical side of it look good for potential opportunities to make it go even higher, because it's there in that formation. For the first time in a very, very long time, we're seeing these formations. So again, as I say, broken out structure, looking relatively good. What we're going to see, probably a pullback. Let's make it a bit harder. What's happening here? This is the total 2 with the Bitcoin pairs. What we have here is a freaking obvious downtrend. Now, what we want on this one is when it's low, it's time to buy. When it's high, it's time to sell. Similar to the BTC dominance chart, right? Why? Because this is giving you a variable of what the total market cap looks like without Bitcoin in the BTC pairs. Basically, lower the better, right? For buying. Higher the better for selling. We are in a downtrend. If this starts to change trend, because it can, it will start looking very, very interesting. So what we've got here, we have got a very clear low, but we're also at the point where it's starting to get to a point where it's starting to slow down. If this pulls back and then continues and finds level of support and goes a bit higher, it's going to change the narrative a little bit in terms of the BTC pair. So be mindful of that one too. The last thing to really get talking about is the stable currency dominance. Low is good, up is bad. Basically, why? Higher up equals more people in stables, lower down equals more money in the market, right? So what we're seeing here, we're seeing a downtrend. This needs to continue. What could happen here? This could pull back, okay? If this pulls back into this level of demand here, the market is going to pull back, right? Okay, quite simple. What's that going to give us? It's going to give you opportunity. The total market cap would then pull back into this level. People have taken their profits, distribution of profits, easy peasy lemon squeezy. What's going to happen with the BTC dominance? Dominance may well go sideways for a bit, okay? The next move could be very interesting. If this fails to make a new high and continues going down, the altcoins may well run, but that is very, very unlikely because it is an uptrend. Bitcoin may well rule the roost here. Bitcoin could go much higher. Bitcoin could send all the USD pairs up, and every single USD chart you're looking at is starting to do something very, very nice. They are all starting to show signs of life. They are all getting above moving averages. They're all starting to get above levels of previous levels of structure. Injective has just gone crazy. Even Dogecoin is slowly getting to levels of resistance. It may well pull back and then go for another run. It's just the way the markets are looking. Again, Polkadot above this level. Huge levels of interest here. So what you need to do, you need to go onto your individual charts and look at levels of structure. When you start to see big, massive pushes to the upside above levels, bear with me, of previous levels of support, and they are going to go and meet it, you should be able to see potential demand for it, and it may well go higher. Okay, this is what you are looking for. A lot of things are starting to show signs of life, but might be early, might well pull back further than you think. Dominance chart, as I said, if this goes higher, USD pairs are probably going to go a bit higher. However, the counteracting thing to all this is a total market cap, the total 2 and the total 3. These are all showing signs of real nice levels of life. Still a long way to go. So yeah, just be careful. So apply those charts to what you're looking at. If you see something that looks clear and obvious as a structure break and it's going to pull back into a level of demand, you may well find that it might hold. Because, as I say, the psychology of this is simple. People want in. People are feeling like they're missing the boat. Might go down lower. But yeah, don't get rumbled by the market. Anyways, if you enjoy my content, leave a like. Check out my Patreon if you want extra content from me. Doing an extra video today on my Patreon. But yeah, enjoy.